Hey, hello. It's already like 2 weeks since last time I recorded anything. I want to bring some update on the car thing I was looking for. Things start to get a little bit more interesting recently. I made a trip to Frankfurt in Germany, which is 600 kilometers from here, and I use intercity train to go from all the way from Kiel to Frankfurt, and then from Frankfurt to Kalkheim. From the moment of my arrival, quite a lot of things go not as planned. There I was on the train station waiting for the guy to pick me up. Finally the guy showed up. He took me to a car which was not really as I thought it will be. A little bit of a disappointment. I already thought that this is it. If your car have a technical inspection but it's not registered, you can buy something which is called short time number plates. And I already purchased this number plates for this car, but I find out that this car was actually in the worst condition than I thought, because I know there was some damage on the car. I was ready for this damage, but it's supposed to be ready to be driven, and I couldn't even close the bonnet. You can imagine that probably driving down the highway 120 km per hour, it's not probably the smartest idea. State in which the headlights were, let's say, not perfect. Yeah, like every one of them was just looking in different directions, so that was a big bummer. I called the guy and I was like, hey, I cannot pay you the money you expect me to pay. The car is not in the condition you tell me it is. I literally would need to get a truck to transfer the car from Frankfurt to Kiel, which is easily calculated 1,000 euro, harder to do in 600 euro. Find somebody who is actually driving something down there, and then they will pick your stuff on the way back. Long story short, I tell him all I can do, and then he was like, no, he cannot do it. So I was like, okay, dude, I take the number plates and I just go home. And that was pretty much the end of conversation. I start to take the number plates off and collect my stuff, and I was already planning how to get back home, because the trains in Germany, if you actually buy them in the very last minute, they are quite expensive. And I actually booked a ticket back home probably for like 140, which the other direction, just because of buying it like 3-4 days in advance, I pay probably 90. So you have 40 euros extra. So I just buy this ticket back home. Just before we jump in the car, the guy called me back with proposition. I will explain in more detail what happened afterwards in the next video. Stay tuned, subscribe, leave a thumbs up and like. So, peace.